We are live in E-flat. Good morning, everybody.
Top of the morning to you.
What he said. Let's try that again. Good morning, everybody. You know, not bad. You are small but a mighty crowd. So let's stand up. We sing from our feet on our seats.
Small but we are mighty.
We are going to do our power chant that Eric wrote, but we're going to get there. So, Eric, sorry.
Power chant? That makes it sound like it's on a workout video or something.
Yeah. Sweating with the oldies up here, I tell you. No, it's going to be Victor's going to start this one out. Luciano Victor.
Holy, 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 I am. Holy, 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 I am.
Sing with us. Holy, holy, holy.
Holy, 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 I am. Holy, 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 I am.
Now you heard us. Now we can hear you. Let's you sing. Crowd, go, go, and. Sing out. I can hear one person here and hear the rest of you. Everybody sing, come on.
Holy, 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 I am. Holy, holy, holy,
I claim my power to change the world. Change it with love. Change it with love. I claim my power to change the world. And so it is. And so it is.
Sing with us. Claim my power.
I claim my power to change the world. Change it with love. Change it with love. I claim my power to change the world. And so it is. And so it is. Jesus.
Thank you to Soulshine. We appreciate that. Beautiful way. Hello, hello. We didn't test my mic before. They're used to me now. It's what a wonderful, aren't we all? What a wonderful way for us to be able to start being in community together by doing it through song. So I'm always just so grateful. Round of applause again for Soulshine. Beautiful way to get started. It's been a change I've really loved, so I'm glad we do that. I am Rochelle Indra, and I will be your platform host today. Woohoo! Okay, thank you. And you are here, if you are here for the first time, if you are here for the 500th time, we welcome you to Unity of Central Oregon, where we are a wild soul sanctuary. Oh, that's right. I was just thinking about this morning, how weird this must be for the people who are here the first time. Right? Like every time I just think like that has like, oh, but I think it's good because I think it's good for newcomers to be like, oh, this is a little bit different, right? This is different than what maybe I'm used to. So with us, let's do our mission statement together. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think they were trying to trick me into like pretending if I knew it by heart. And we stand together, yes, to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. Yes. Yes, you had everybody today. Yes, I'm pressuring people into doing the right thing. That's what we're all about here. So wonderful. I also love that when I go too fast, everybody slows me down, like there is that correct pace. Community, I love it. We're now going to do what is become one of my favorite times in church this morning is when we get to greet our neighbors. So if you are sitting far away from somebody, don't think you get out of this. You can stand up, move, travel. So just take a second to turn to your neighbors and say hello, welcome, good morning. Even if you're an introvert, you can do it. You can do it. Good, about another minute. Okay, find your seats again, find your seats. Right, learning my lesson. When we first started doing this as an introvert, I was like, oh God, I should just start coming to church late. This is so terrifying. I can't do this. And I love it. I say that I get to be on stage. But it's so wonderful, isn't it, to get to say hi. First we get nervous about it, and then I just watched people travel all over the room. As Claire mentioned, from now on you need to say just the people around you, because people were going all over, which I love. I love seeing that we all are a community and want to spend time with each other. So that is also, you get to spend more time with each other after service out in the lobby, so that's wonderful. Also, I always like to take that time in the morning. Soulshine, Dave, me, we're on stage. We get the claps and the admiration, which feels so good. But let's always also remember the people behind the scenes that are doing stuff that we don't see. Our amazing AV team that makes sure that all the wonderful people online, our team back doing service afterwards, people doing the trash, people taking care of the plants, people washing the dishes, all these wonderful people that it takes to run Sunday service that don't get to be on stage and get the accolades. So thank you so much to all of them that are really making this happen for us. And as always, we have a chair on stage. I loved when we had the couch, right? So we can invite everybody, but this is a magical chair. You think this is like one of the regular chairs. It's not. We found the magical chair, brought it on stage, and so it can expand in your mind for however many people you want to invite into service with us today, whether that is because they are not able to come because of health conditions, or they're far away, or they've passed over the Rainbow Bridge, or like me, it's a pet that probably wouldn't be able to sit still. So whoever it is, in whatever form they are currently in that you would love to bring to service today to have with you, I always encourage you to take a moment to place them in the chair, however expansive you need to make that chair for them today. And I always like to invite the tribe members who have moved on, who are originally here in this land before us, and to acknowledge the land that we are on and the tribes that have been on this land that we are now a part of, and that's the Wasco tribe, the Warm Springs, Klamath, and Paiute tribes. Thank you so much. So I always like to invite them. If anyone would like to join us today, I always invite them, and I encourage you to do that as well. So now we are going to take a little moment to transition into prayer. And for that, we'll have Jane come up.
So as we pray, I just want to call attention to the green forms that are in front of you, because this is a way that you can put your claims into the circle. And you write them down, and if you put your name on it, we will respond to you in prayer. But even if you don't put your name on it, we will hold your intentions with you. And what we want is for you to put down what you want. So like when you go to the gas station, the attendant doesn't care about how you're running on fumes and all the reasons why you didn't get gas before and how much money you have. They just want to know, what do you want? Fill it up. So don't give us the long story of what's wrong. Don't fill our heads with that. Just give us the idea of what you want us to hold you or those you love. That's what we do in unity in prayer. We don't beseech to an outside power. We are claiming the truth that all the power, everything that we need is already there with us and as us, and we just need to shift our perception to know that's true. And that's really the message of this whole day. Just shift the perception and know the power that is there for us. So I'm just going to give you a moment to fill those claims in if you choose to. And we move into prayer together. And we claim that the perception of victimhood, that life is happening to us, that things are out of control, and we are struggling, whether it's ourselves or others that we care about or our whole planet. That perception is so easy to latch onto, and it is not true. What is true is that the divine, the force of creation, the life, the isness, the holy good, God, by whatever name, is everywhere present in this situation, whatever this situation may be for you. And we claim that as we as a community come together and we hold in consciousness the knowing that this holy good is all that is real and everything else is illusion. As we hold this knowing together, we radiate a force that moves out into the energy field of the planet. And it makes this knowledge, this understanding, this grace accessible to all. So that no matter what anyone is going through, no matter what our planet is going through, we hold the knowing that there is something greater for us. That it's only a switch in our attention and it becomes so. We are so grateful to know this truth, and we release this prayer into the cosmos. And we affirm it now in song.
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am. Breathe in and know I am, and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know
We're going to now transition into something I love, which is celebrations. So if a couple people have celebrations, I have my fearless helper here with the best skirt on in the entire world. Thank you. So feel free to raise your hands. I'm going to start, though, because I have a mic attached to my head, so I get to do that. I have good news and bad news. The bad news is I'm leaving, and I won't be back until September. I know. Thank you. Thank you. I was waiting for okay, thank you, guys. We missed that. We'll do it again later. It's fine. We'll practice. I'm going to be gone because I am going to be solo traveling for 2.5 months through Europe. I will be doing 3 weeks in Ireland, 3 weeks in the UK, and 3 weeks in the Netherlands. So I will be watching, but I will be eating dinner while I'm watching you guys. So please know I will still be here in spirit, but it will be dinner time for me. So yeah. So thanks. Appreciate that. Thank you. But I will miss you guys terribly. So raise your hands if you have a celebration that you would love. Oh, excellent. We got 2 helpers today. We can get both sides. Excellent. Jane's got one. Jane right here in the front's got one. Turn on her mic.
I'm celebrating that friends of mine from Houston, who I have not seen in 32 years since I moved away from Houston, came to visit this weekend. And they were people that we raised our kids together until we moved away when they were still fairly young. But it was wonderful, wonderful to see them. So
Great. Wonderful. Who else? Celebrations. Okay. Yes. Wonderful. Beautiful. And the pink. Yeah.
Taggart's year-long Power of 8 group. And I just wanted to tell you that through intending for 2 other women in our group, I received as much or more than one was for a relationship with her daughter, and the relationship with my son improved immensely, and another was for a dental issue, and mine was cured. So.
Oh, wow! How wonderful! In the back. In the back there. Right behind you. Right in the back there. Da, da, da.
I'm celebrating the beautiful sunny weather and riding my e-bike around.
Ooh, excellent, excellent. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tim, and June 7th I celebrated 1 year without alcohol.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah.
I am celebrating all the high school graduates this weekend. My nephew graduated yesterday. It's the last grandson and cousin, so we had a beautiful day celebrating him. And any of you who have grandkids or kids who graduated high school, it's a cool deal. Or college, yep.
Yeah.
So.
Woohoo! Wonderful. Excellent.
We have some online celebrations.
Yeah.
Lisa Jordan online via Zoom, celebrating a strong, awesome dream visit from my husband. It was so vivid on week 7 of his crossing. I am so thankful.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Ooh, definitely something to celebrate.
Okay, so the daunting task of moving is daunting, except I had a whole team of people that helped me. They came out of the woodwork, literally, I swear to God. But not only that, people kept on checking in on me, and how you doing, how's it going? And I just really, please acknowledge yourself as part of a community that really cares and really shows up in a big way. So thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, one more. Do we have one more? One more celebration? Okay. Well, I have an Earth celebration. Thank you, ladies, for doing that for me. I love doing our Earth celebrations. There's so much negativity that, it's amazing how when the mic isn't on, I'm still really loud. Awkward. But I love doing Earth celebrations because it's good for us to remember that there are good things going on in the world around climate and around nature and the environment. So, Peru has approved the creation of the Grau Tropical Sea National Reserve. The reserve covers almost 286,000 acres of sea in northern Peru. It is significant due to the rich biodiversity found there. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature, which we all know very well, ranked the area among the 70 most important places in the world for marine biodiversity conservation. So, really exciting, really exciting. Yeah, love when we do those. All right, and Claire's going to come up and do our announcements.
Okay, we got some good announcements today. Let's see. Carrie, do you want to? I
Yeah.
need a microphone, and you need a microphone.
Everybody needs a microphone.
Everyone is here. So Carrie is doing this class. It doesn't have, the time and date is not set yet, and it's not really a class, it's more of a gathering. So she'll tell you a little bit more about it.
So there's a humorous slide that goes up every once in a while in ministerial classes, and it says, I'm totally okay with change as long as everything stays the same and I don't have to do anything different. So Rev Jane announced that that there's going to be a change. There's going to be, even if she's not leaving us, her role is going to be changing. And so that's going to bring up, some feelings, wow, change. This is different. And also, I didn't ask for this. I don't want this change. How dare she, And so what this is supposed to be a small group experience for us to have a space to look at how this is touching us. And it's, in a sense, it's, this is a safe kind of change in a way. It's our community, and her plan is to still be here. So consider this a practice opportunity as the world is going through many changes, and we might have more opportunities to discuss, our response to change. But this is one that we can come together and so you can talk to me after service, and if you're interested, it would be most helpful if you went online and registered. And so far we have not been able to coordinate a date or time that works for enough people. So we'll have to get that straightened out still. But either later this week, Thursday, or next week, we will have a group.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that, Carrie. Thank you. Okay. Tonight is movie night, The Matrix. And Jane is going to be talking about using that movie as the inspiration for her talk today. So we decided, well, let's all come watch The Matrix tonight. So if you bring your popcorn, bring a drink, and come and have a movie night with us, and then discussion afterwards, right? So 6:30 tonight. Okay. Let's see. And then Town Hall later this week. This is happening on Wednesday evening. And we hope as many people can be here as possible. If you can't be here in person, we're going to be Zooming it online. So look for the link on the website. And 5:30 to 6:30, and talking about, very similar to what Carrie just shared, about our transition and what does that look like, and getting input, and what are questions and stuff. And I know it's super helpful because a lot of times we don't know what to ask. So when we're in community and someone asks, it's like, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that. Or so your input is really, really helpful and valuable. So make sure you mark that time. What else we got? Oh, and this is just going to be a little old thing. If you want to come, you can. I'm just kidding, Dave. So this man, our music director, Dave Finch, has been working his tail off and is so excited to share his new album release with us. Free concert on Friday night. Nico will also be playing to kind of his opener, and then Dave will be performing and sharing some new beautiful songs that he's got released on a new album. CDs are going to be here in time. Okay. And then, so yes, come and support our amazing music director, Dave Finch. So, woo! So proud of you, Dave. And then his buddy Judd right there. Judd, stand up, because you were the big producer, right? Who helped, yeah. This album would not be happening without you. So Dave's talked about how amazing that experience was working with you. So, okay, what else we got? Divine Healing is happening this Saturday, so this is where we have some amazing healers in our community, and they offer their services for free or on a donation base. So the third Saturday of every month from 2, they go to 2 to 4, so come by 3:30 if you want to have something done, and you just get to see and experience what is there. But if you are needing some self-care and some healing, or just curious about learning about what these alternative healing methods are, I encourage you to come, but every third Sunday of the month. So this Saturday, and anyone can come. You don't have to be a member of this community, so invite friends that you think might benefit. Earth Care Team. I just want to do a quick announcement. So Reverend Sylvia has been leading the Earth Care, and it's not really a team, it's a group. It's whoever wants to, it's not like a club that you have to be a member of. Anyone in this community who cares about the earth and wants to learn more about how we can better care for our earth, or what are things happening in our community. So Monica is our new lead. Yeah, you want to share? Here you go.
Okay, yeah. So I decided to step forward and take over from Sylvia because I really am wanting to take some action. There's like the UN just came out and said that the time for action is now. And I think as an individual, it's just really hard to just do that. So I'm kind of envisioning really energizing the Earth Care team to provide information and connect people in the community. There is so much going on in Deschutes County right now. There's a pipeline that's they're trying to push through, an expansion of the pipeline that brings fracked gas from California to Canada. It actually runs through Bend and Redmond. There's lots going on, and I kind of envision a way of us supporting each other, meeting to gather information, making an individual commitment, and household commitment, and just as a community, really increasing our commitments to the planet. But I think we all need support, and so I really want to really encourage everyone to join us. And you don't have to come to meetings. There'll be stuff online. There'll be events, and I really want to, make this kind of a priority for us at Unity to really support how we can take action to help our planet heal.
Yay. Thank you, Monica, for stepping up. So we're so grateful. And so she will be able to, you can ask her questions and stuff. So perfect lead into today after service. Did all of you get a handout that has here? Can you volunteer in any of these? Does anyone need one? Anyone did not get one? Okay. So these are all the different things. The sheet lists all the different things that we are looking for volunteers and all the different ways that you can volunteer. So you have one more thing or you need one? Or you have one more thing to add? Here, wait, do it so people online can hear you.
So as part of our first little get-together, we're going to be in charge of the weeding party. So in case you haven't noticed that we're kind of drowning in weeds right now, and so we're trying to get together a one-time commitment next Saturday from 9 to 11 for as many people as possible to kind of come and join the party. And we're going to have it's going to be a party, and help us kind of clear out the weeds that are around the area in front of, and we have kind of a plan here. So that's going to be something that's happening, and I really wanted to announce that because we really need help. Yes. So please come.
Yeah, we don't want just Monica or me or Rochelle out there weeding by ourselves. It's not fun, and it's hard work, and we won't get very far. 9, next Saturday. So this volunteer fair, there will be all the things that are listed on that sheet that you have. We will have stations set up in here. So like Dave will be answering questions and tell you what's needed for the music group and get your email. You are not committing to anything, but like Monica said, we have an outdoor care group. So if you want to be on that email list to get notified when there's an outdoor service project that you can help on, you will be added to that list. If you're interested in, I think I can handle working, helping in the kitchen, come and sign up. Pamela's going to be helping with that. So we'll have, like I said, so after service, be sure to come and check it out and see if there's anything that you can help with, and we can answer questions. So, is that it? Okay. Printed calendar is in the lobby for June, and also online as usual. So, and now we're going to do blessing of the kiddos, and I've got what kiddos do I have today? I'm doing kids today. And Reese, you come up here so we can get blessed. We can bless you too. He needs it. He always needs it. Oh, she's so excited her dad is coming in to do kid stuff with her. Okay.
I'll watch Jim do this. What I love to do, because I've missed so many things by not going on the calendar, I love to make sure that I go on the calendar online at least once a month, if not more, and start writing down all the things that I want to do. So make sure I watch Jim writing it down, 9 o'clock, I'm going to be there. So I won't be the only one weeding. Jim and I will do it together. But make sure that you are writing this down, because we do tend to forget these things. So putting them right in your phone is a good idea. And I really encourage you to stay after and look into volunteering, because we talk about being a community and what an amazing community that we are here. And part of the community is helping. Right? Part of the community is getting in there with our arms and legs and our physical bodies and doing the actual work. So I really encourage you to come and be a part of that. And again, like Claire said, it's not a commitment. It's hey, I want to know more about this, or I want to at least be on the email list in case the day comes when I'm oh yeah, I'm not doing anything on a Saturday, and I would love to come pull weeds on a beautiful Saturday with Rochelle and Jim. So make sure that you come and look into all of that. And now we have a wonderful thing that's going to happen with Jane right now. So Jane, come on up and tell us what's going on.
I'm really excited about this. This is a blessing that I'm going to do for Sarah Jones, who is a member of our community. And Sarah is graduating from the Spiritual Direction Program of Unity. And she has been working on this program for 2 years. So if you don't know Sarah, she is she's just a really amazing woman and such a giver. She's on our board of directors. Now she's the vice president on our board of directors. She's one of the head greeters. She just seems to be showing up everywhere you turn around. And a couple of years ago, when she was still relatively new in the community, she came to me and she said, "How can I be of service?" And that was really her criteria for deciding where she wanted to move forward. And she chose the spiritual direction program because that's something that we don't really have set up in our community. And it was something that resonated with her, but it came from a desire to serve. And that's what I really want you to know about Sarah. Spiritual direction, if you're not familiar with that, is an ancient process. It's been very prominent in the Christian faith. Jesus was doing spiritual direction with his disciples. They were doing it with others in the early church. You can find it in monastic traditions where one abbot would mentor the younger monks and so forth. It's like mentoring, but a little bit different. And it's very much spiritual guidance. It's not just unique to Christianity. It was in the Greek tradition. You would find it there. It involves being a companion on the journey of spirit. So we talk about our first principle, all there is the divine. But as we walk through the world, we seem to notice things that don't look very divine, right? We seem to notice that in ourselves. We're not feeling all that great about ourselves. And the spiritual journey is always walking home to us the truth of who we are. But because we forget, it's really useful to have a companion on that journey. And that's what Sarah is trained in. She's trained to accompany us, to help us to notice where the divine is operating in this moment, in this circumstance. It's not counseling. It's not advice. It's these rich questions. Sarah actually asked me a question back in November or December when we were taking a class. And that question was so rich, it was just like, wow. And I made really a strong pivot because of that question. And she has that ability. She's very intuitive, just aligned with spirit. And so I am so grateful to welcome her up here to do a blessing. So Sarah, I have some essential oils. I picked the oil Elevation to just help you to rise even higher. So I'm going to anoint your third eye. May it be wide open as you accompany people on this journey. And your hands that love to serve. And I'm going to ask you to just put them over your heart, that your heart be wide open. And just touch your lips with them, that the words that come from your mouth may be holy words that bring them closer to themselves. And I have some gifts for you. The first one is, this is a heart. This was made in Kenya. And it's indigo, which is the color of the third eye. And so may your heart and your third eye be in alignment as you serve on this journey. And there's a story to this peony. My intention was to give you a peony bud, because as you begin this journey, you are going to open more and more and grow. And so I waited until yesterday afternoon, and I got this perfect bud. And I put it in water, and it's not a bud anymore. Last night I even tried some Scotch tape, and I thought, and then this morning I was thinking, okay, where can I get another peony bud? And then I thought, chill. This is really such a perfect example of our lives where we have a plan and we think it's the perfect plan, and then Spirit moves in and it turns out differently. And you can't keep a good bud closed, yes. But as I was reflecting on it, I thought, there's this line in Scripture, the Spirit of God is upon you. And it was something, I think it got said when John the Baptist was baptizing Jesus. I could be wrong, but I think that was it. But what I want to say to you is that even though you will continue to open more and more, the Spirit of the divine is already right there, expressing as you, beautifully open and ready for this journey. And I'm so grateful that you are bringing your gifts to our community. Can I say a couple words? Yeah, just.
Thank you, Jane. What a beautiful blessing, and so appreciated, and your support with my program from the very beginning. So it's such an honor to be in sacred space with a companion and to hold that sacred intention and to, like Jane said, realize that everything that's showing up in our lives is spirit, everything, and to deepen that connection with spirit, and not spirit out there, God out there. It's what we talk about all the time. It's spirit within us, that intuitive guidance that we have, deepening that trust, that we can trust that guidance as we move through our lives. It's truly an honor to be in that space with another, and I'm really looking forward to moving into that, this practice in my life. I'll talk more about it maybe in a couple months and tell you more about spiritual direction. And I'm very grateful for Unity to have connected with spiritual direction. It is an ancient practice, but it's only a couple years old with Unity. And it's striking to me that just as I was planning my trip and exploring where I wanted to go, leaving San Diego, and I decided on Bend, this was 3 or so years ago, and just at that time, Spiritual Direction International was connecting with Unity. And this ancient, beautiful practice was coming into our sphere. So honored to be a part of it, and honored to be part of this community, this beautiful community. Thank you so much.
No, just keep those chords going, but change the way you play them. You'll see.
Slow enough to be getting right.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, but we see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, but we speak of it with every word we say. Mysterious until you know the truth. It's the power of the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Balua, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. Oh, but different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. But we remember when we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Bahalua, Hashem or Heaven's Door. It's Mohammed, it's your mind, it's your soul or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name we give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love, oh, in you and me. One power, yes, one power, oh, one power is what we are. Hey, oh, one power, hey, one power, oh, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power, one power, one power. Keep it going. One power, keep it going now. One power. There is only one power. There is only one power. Every name is one power. Yes, one power. One power. Power. There's only one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. Ooh. It's the power of the love.
Thanks, Victor. I am super excited for this talk. It's not every day that you get to watch the movies in order to prepare for a talk. And I was so amazed in watching The Matrix. Jeff and I sat down, and we had seen it back when it first came out, but that was a long time ago. And we were surprised at how little we actually remembered of the details of it. It was so rich, and I've just been marinating in it for a couple of weeks and thinking about how it applies. And it's all about the third principle, that we create our reality. But I hope you'll come tonight to refresh what's going on, and I want to share about the 12 powers as an overview, because we are starting a program that's going to go all the way through September 1st that is about real to real. And so we're looking at the movies and what they teach us about the powers that we have. And Charles Fillmore, one of the founders of Unity, identified 12 powers. And we're going to take one power every week in order to give us a really in-depth appreciation of who we are and what is possible for us. So today is the overview of those, and we're going to start by exploring the question, what is the matrix? So if you would run that first video, Nico. Let's just turn off the lights so that...
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
Right now, we're inside a computer program?
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we call the Matrix. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI? You mean artificial intelligence?
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines. We don't know who struck first, us or them, but we know that it was us that scorched the sky. At the time, they were dependent on solar power, and it was believed that they would be unable to survive without an energy source as abundant as the sun. Throughout human history, we have been dependent on machines to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony.
The
human body generates more bioelectricity than a 120-volt battery and over 25,000 BTUs of body heat. Combined with a form of fusion, the machines had found all the energy they would ever need. There are fields now, endless fields, where human beings are no longer born. We are grown. For the longest time, I wouldn't believe it. And then I saw the fields with my own eyes. Watched them liquefy the dead so they could be fed intravenously to the living. And standing there, facing the pure, horrifying precision, I came to realize the obviousness of the truth. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop. Let me out. Let me out. I want out.
Easy, Neo.
Get this thing out of me. Get this thing. Don't touch me. Get away from me. Stay away from me. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's gonna pop.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Change and transition and seeing a new truth is not easy. Carrie's group about braving the wilderness is important because when we begin to step into that zone of transition, it's frightening. And we have trouble accepting things. Yesterday, I was listening to the radio, and I found out that birds aren't real. I know you're laughing, but it's true. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? No, and that's because birds are actually drones for the government. They are robotic, and they're all over the world on different missions. That is a worthy question. What is our chicken that we're eating? But anyway, so birds aren't real, and we've been thinking all this time that they were. So this is actually somebody who put this out there in jest and stayed in character for 4 years, was on talk shows and interviews, and continued to assert and wrote a whole book about it. How birds are not real, they are robots. It's far-fetched and it's funny, but there were some people that believed. And there are more than one conspiracy theory out there, and some people really believe them, and others people think, no. But who's to say? Who's to say if those conspiracy theories are true or not true? It all comes down to what do we believe? And so when we think about the Matrix is programming. It's programming that makes us believe certain things. So Neo and Morpheus were on that screen, which was really a computer-programmed projection for them. It changed their appearance. They could change the furniture. Our imaginations are very powerful, and they can work for the good, or they can work for our detriment. It depends on what we focus on. Imagination is one of our 12 powers, and it's very powerful. Artificial intelligence, which wasn't such a thing back when the Matrix was first made, as it is right now. The key is artificial. In that movie, you have all of the Mr. Smiths that are out there who are controlling and profiting from others. But it's artificial. It isn't wisdom. It isn't truth. And so our task, similar to the task of those in the Matrix, was to differentiate between what is truth and what is artificial. Where are we being pulled away from what our soul is telling us? Where are we listening to the opinions of others rather than what our soul is saying? And that's a journey that each one of us must take. And I'm sure we all know people who never ask that question, who are stuck at all different ages in looking toward others and how are they being reflected in the eyes of others, instead of saying, who am I? Who am I in the first place? And what is it that I want to project? As we go through our lives, so the Unity's third principle is that it's our thinking that creates our reality. We see what's out there because of the thoughts that we have. So as we go through transitions in our lives, what we are making that mean determines how we will feel. You all remember 9/11, except for Coltrane. You've read about it. But when 9/11 happened, I was seeing clients at that time, and I had 3 clients in a row that day. And like everybody else, they were thinking about 9/11. The first one came in, and he was somebody who had a lot of issues with his father. And he came in ranting about President Bush and how Bush was so authoritarian and his attitudes and blah, 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 all about Bush. And if he had done things differently, this would never have happened. The next person came in, and she was dealing with molestation. And she said, they came in like rapists in the night. The next person was dealing with grief. And she was all focused on all the families and the loss. Same event, 3 different filters. 3 completely different experiences. And that doesn't even take into account the people that we're calling terrorists, who in their minds are heroes and martyrs, doing what they felt called to do for whatever reason they felt that. The same situation will generate different stories for different people. And our challenge is to take the stories that upset us and investigate, why am I feeling this way? What thoughts am I thinking? What beliefs do I have? And are they true? So I'll give you a very personal example with all of this transition that's going on. And if you're new here, the transition is because I'm stepping back from being senior minister at the end of the year. And I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be serving as a minister, but my role will change. And so as we as a community are going through this, I've got my own stuff of what does that mean for me, and then I've got what does that mean for everybody and how are they feeling about it, and it's my job to take care of all of you, and oh, you don't like it, and how am I feeling? You know, so that's a lot. It's been a lot. And as I've heard some different reactions to that, then it's like, oh, did I do it wrong? Did I make a mistake? And then out comes my program about you have to be good. You can't make mistakes. If you make a bad mistake, you go to hell. You know, that's, obviously it's extreme, but those programs are in me from when I was very young. And so they affect how I navigate situations in the present, even though I don't believe that. Rationally, I don't believe that. But in the subconscious is where your programming is. And the biggest clue that you're operating from unconscious programming is upset. Upset that possibly is more extreme than what the situation warrants. And we've all been in those situations, right? Either somebody is upset at us and we're like, what? Or we notice for ourselves that our upset is maybe a little bit supersized. So whenever that happens, that is a portal. It's a portal where we can go in. We can, in meditation or in sitting with someone in spiritual direction or whatever tools we use, we can ask ourselves, where is the divine in this? And what is it that the divine cares about anyway? So the divine is an energy, right? It's not a person. It's not a person who says, oh, we just want to keep you safe here, sweetie. No, don't have any upset. The divine is an energy of creation and expansion. And so what's in alignment with the divine is growth. And in case you haven't noticed, growth is often painful. Do any of you remember puberty? Yeah, we were growing in puberty, but it was rarely comfortable. In this particular transition, as I looked within, what I discovered for myself is, those of you who know me know I have a lot of mother energy. And I'm glad about that. I feel like that's a gift. But the shadow side of being the mother is being overly protective, not empowering the children to do what they need to do. It's like you want to helicopter mom every step of the way. And we've probably all been in that situation at some point, unless, you have an opposite energy that's really strong, but you understand that part. And so what I realized with this community, I have been working for several years, at least in part, to ensure that when the time for me came to step back, the transition would be smooth. That I would have cultivated leaders that could step forward while I stepped back, and we'd barely notice. And as I thought about that, I realized it's because my programming around transition is very painful. When I was 7, my mother died suddenly. When I was 16, and I had finally found a school where I had friends, which was not my history going through school, but I'd had 2 years at one school and I had friends and it was so great. And my father got fired and we had to move to another state. And I started senior year knowing nobody and never made friends there. So my personal story of transition is it is painful. So the mother in me wanted to make sure that those that I cared for didn't have that pain. And I was operating in my shadow, not seeing that, oh, actually, these are adults. They don't have that story. They might be just fine. They could be empowered to handle this. But I couldn't even see that, which is what the matrix is all about. You can't even see that there's another possibility. So that's why I'm so recommending that people sign up for Carrie's group, because as we go through this transition, you're going to have feelings. Now, maybe some of you are like, whatever. And so if you're in the whatever stage, don't sign up for her group. But if you are feeling some level of upset with this, use it as a doorway. You're not wrong for being upset, and maybe you have good reason for it. It's just, this is an opening that you can get to go in deeper and find out what's in there for you. And the more that all of us deal with our own stuff, the lighter we grow to be as a community. The more free we get. And we're not operating in the matrix anymore. It's uncomfortable time. Last week, Kevin talked about our comfort zones and how much we like our comfort zones. And sometimes it's like, whatever, that doesn't really hurt anybody. And other times, like in the movie, there's a character, Cypher, who betrays the whole group. And why does he do that? Because he misses his comfort zone. He talks about the taste of red meat. And he says, I know this is artificial. I know this isn't real, but it tastes so good. And I want to be famous, and I want to be rich. And he knows that this is a program operating in his imagination, but it's comfortable. And the program that the reality that he's in isn't comfortable. And he's tired of being uncomfortable. And so he's willing to put everybody else at risk just so he can be comfortable. And we can get in that position if we are more committed to our comfort zone than to our souls. So I'm encouraging you to dive in to your soul to see what might be there. There are so many powers that are available to us when we step away from the programming. In the movie, Neo develops wisdom. There's a scene where Morpheus is going to die, and they're just going to have to let him go. But Neo tunes into his own wisdom, and he realizes that's not right, and he dives in and saves him. He knows what the right thing is to do. He develops incredible strength. He talks about their downloads, like they'll plug them into the computer and he gets a download of kung fu, and suddenly he knows how to do kung fu. Yeah, that's the movie, but the reality is everything that we need to know, we're already connected to all of that because we are that. And so if we step away from the belief that it's out there, somebody else has it, we don't. I mean, I don't necessarily need to know kung fu, but whatever it is that I think I do need, if I tune in, what I need is there for me. All the downloads, they can just come to us. That power is there. There's another scene where, let's just play this last clip, Kevin and Nico.
Check him. He's gone. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
So you see, you can't be dead. You can't be. Because I love you. You hear me? I love you. Now get up.
He is the one.
You see displayed there the power of will. He gets back up. You see the power of love that resurrects. You see the power of life that continues even in the face of what seems to be death. You see him standing there, and the bullets of whatever circumstances are presenting to us cannot touch us. Morpheus says of Neo, he is the one. And some people think of that as, he's the Christ figure, he's the one. Because in the Bible, they're always saying to Jesus, are you the one? Are you the one we've been expecting? But in unity, what we're teaching is there is not the one that's out there. Each one of us are the one, because there is only one. What Neo has to recognize, he has to find the power of faith in himself, that he is the one, as each one of us is the one. The Christ of us, the Christ is the template of the divine expressing individually. The Buddha consciousness, when Buddha finally came out of his meditation under the Bodhi tree, they said, who are you? Because they could tell there was something more here. And he said, I'm awake. That's what we are called to wake up, to claim the power that is right there for every one of us. And in the weeks to come, we're going to be exploring power by power, all that is there for us. And I know it's summer. I know you're not all going to be able to be here every time, but just as those of you who are online now, watch us from where you are. Or maybe you can't tune in right at the same time, but you can watch later because it's all recorded. So take this journey. Let's do it together. Let's see if we can all step in more fully to our power. And what difference can we make for the world? As we look at transition, we can have a story of, oh, it's terrible, like I did. But I thought, yeah, but I also have stories about this time when my business fell apart because I was following a spiritual call. And then I used the power of my imagination and I created something amazing that never would have been possible. So the Chinese say, crisis is danger and opportunity. Let's go with opportunity. Let's get in and do our own work so that that stuff is out of the way and we can make something wonderful that exists right now within the mystery. Thank you for taking this journey together.
Okay. Let us close our eyes. Let us feel Pachamama, beautiful earth under our feet. And let us imagine the most beautiful spot on the planet that has your heart sing. And there can be real birds in it. And as you go on this journey, wherever you want to go and meander, we're going to play into the power of release. So if there's something in your life that you're telling yourself, I'm not enough, I'm not smart enough, whatever, I don't have any friends, whatever you're telling yourself that's not the truth, as you're walking along the journey, see if you come across any of those belief systems and then release them to the notion of the true divinity that you are. And if you only see your beauty, just keep on walking and just envelop yourself, dive in deeply to how amazing you are. And as I play the flute, what I'd like you to do is, if there's something that you come up against, think about the power of release and let it go. Because in truth, you are divine. Release. Let go. As you come back into your seat and into this room, open your eyes to the divinity that you are and to the divinity in all of us. And so it is.
Lost
on a painted sky where the clouds are hung for the poet's eye. You may find him, if you may find him, there on a distant shore, by the wings of dreams, through an open door. You may know him, if you may be. As a page it aches for a word which speaks on a theme that is timeless, and the one God will make for your day. Sing as a song in search of a voice that is silent, and the sun God will make for your way. And we dance to a whispered voice, overheard by the soul, undertook by the heart. You may know it, if you may know it, while the sand would become the stone, which begat the spark, turn the living bone. Holy, holy, sanctus, be. As the page it aches for a word which speaks on a theme that is timeless, and the one God will make for your day. Sing as a song in search of a voice that is silent, and the one God will make for your way. Dear Father, we dream, we dream, we dream while we may. Who are we to need? We need while we wait, while we wait. Lonely looking sky, lonely sky, lonely looking sky. A song about a bird.
Thank you, Victor. So I think even though Jane gave away the entire plot of the movie, we'd still really like you to come tonight. Even though I assume you've all seen it, so I know that you will enjoy just coming together and seeing it again. And as she talked about where we were as a society when the movie came out and where we are now are two very different places. So I think it's an important one to see again, and it's fun to see in community. And I really appreciate what you said in the beginning about, first off, about the birds, but also about what is authentic and what is us, and really being able to see that difference in all of us in our daily lives of what is authentically us or not. So I think that reminder is really helpful. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to do our offering. So the people are going to help me with that if you don't mind coming up for the offering. And I also wanted to bring up quickly as they're coming up why I give. I have my check, which for those of you under 30, it's a 19th century IOU. In case you're very confused on what this little piece of paper is, I'm going to put that right in there. I give because it's so important. You know, we talk about community, and I brought up this idea of making sure that you come after and sign up for getting emails to help out and volunteer. We do so much around our community and how much we receive. I hear all this all the time. We receive so much from this community. And the importance of community is a two-way street. It's a reciprocal relationship. And in order to give or in order to receive, we must also do what it takes to build community and to keep community going. And to say, this is how I vote for community. This is how I give back. And giving with your arms and your legs and your free time is incredibly important. And so is giving monetarily. So that is why every time when I write my 19th century IOU, I do it. That's why I do it, because I say, this is what I vote for. I vote to be a part of this community, and this is how I choose to show up. So that's just a little bit about why I do it. Okay, go on and make magic.
Gratitude in my heart, I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Mahalo. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart, gratitude in my soul. Baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Okay, let's bless our offerings together. Dun, dun, here we go. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We see them set forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Is there anybody who's new, this is your first time today, and you'd love to raise your hand and introduce yourself? You don't have to, but if there's anybody new today, no? Okay, always just like to share. And if you are new and you're just like, hell no, I'm not raising my hand, there are definitely, I'm sure, some people out there like that. We do have blue cards in the back of the seats. We'd love for you to fill out some information so we can keep you abreast of what is going on here. Let's come together and do our prayer of intention. Dun, dun. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth here in joy to bless the world with my loving light. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks, guys.